I guess that still counts as a different flavor.
Well, actually, the flavor wasn't any different. Just the dough had green food dye in it.
Did your shit turn into green dye?
No, I had one. And that's not enough to color your shit.
I think the one thing that terrified me involving food dye was that Burger King thing. That Burger King
The
event.
squid ink burger, but in America it wasn't actually squid ink.
Wasn't that around Halloween time when they did that?
Something like that. I actually ate that burger.
Yeah, same here. It terrified me.
Yeah, my shit. The water in the bowl was a dark turquoise green.
I was like, what have I done? What did I eat? Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Leftover Fruit Podcast. So, change of plans for the coming future. I'm eating a Krispy Kreme donut.
Yep.
And we're going to be doing podcasts once every 2 weeks, but we're going to be streaming once a week on Thursdays. So my idea is that I have a lot of games on the PS4 that I have not fucking finished because I am now the type of person that buys a game and doesn't finish it because another game comes in.
That's exactly how I am. I actually recently finished the first Darksiders though. And I was actually happy because it's the first time I've finished a game in a long time, and it had just the right mix of things for me to feel like finishing it. So I love that game now. Like, I can't believe it took me this long to play it.
So what we're doing is that we're going to go through each game that I have not finished that is also streamable on PS4 until the future once I get a capture card. But for now, we're sticking to the basic.
Well, hopefully there's some co-op shit in there, stuff like that. I'm not gonna want to just be the couch man the entire time.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's some. I think Trackmania's got like multiplayer.
Trackmania. Can you even finish Trackmania though?
No,
exactly.
But I can play for like a day and not get frustrated. The game's fun, don't get me wrong, but like, fuck. The tracks they freaking make is insane. Like, no.
I've never played it. Don't even know. I just know it's just a racing game.
Well, there's really no story or premise to it.
Yeah.
It's just like you create these crazy tracks, and then you go from start to finish. Whoever goes the fastest. So it's
like a PS4 version of like Line Rider, but with a little bit more
kind of,
skill.
But like Trackmania started on PC, so this is the first time it was on PS4.
Well, to
that's
be
why
fair,
I had
Line
to
Rider
get it.
was also PS4 or PC.
That's true. I don't know that game, so I'm just gonna agree with you and say
you don't remember Line Rider? It was a browser based game.
Oh, Line Rider, yeah. That 2D sledding thing.
Yeah, on the lines.
Yeah. Dude, I used to occupy so much of my time with that.
Yeah. A lot of people did. They used to still go on YouTube. Like, some of the oldest videos on YouTube are videos of people showing off like the crazy shit they made in Line Rider.
I remembered I made Grove Street.
You made Grove Street?
It was terrible, but I tried. It was so bad.
It was all I could do to freaking like have the dude go off a ramp, hit a little nodule which would spin him, and him landing perfectly on another one. That was like the height of my engineering prowess when it came to that game.
And now I'm a chemical engineer. Thanks, Line Rider.
Better than AC/DC college, dude. ICDC. AC/DC. Roll it.
AC/DC College.
Hell yeah. Thunderstruck!
AC/DC College.
That's the one that Little Bow Wow endorsed, right?
Yeah. No, Romeo.
Romeo, yeah.
That wash
They're
up.
not the same people?
Nope. Bow Wow and Little Romeo are not the same people. I can confirm
They
that.
both have Lil in front of their name, though.
Yeah, except one of them had a show on Nickelodeon back in the day.
That was Bow Wow, though, right? No, that was Romeo and his dad.
Yeah, Master P.
Master P. Yeah, I remember that show. Cause yeah.
Yeah, and that one weird white dude that's like, "Oh yeah, I'm your adopted son," and you're like, "Oh, he's your son. I adopted him." I'm like, "What?" Is this Drake and Josh, but with a black kid and a white kid? What?
We can all be friends, regardless of the color of our skin.
That's the Nickelodeon way.
The Nickelodeon way.
Okay, let's talk about some video game news. So,
did something happen? Because I've been like,
a couple things happened that definitely intrigued me. I remembered a while back that the devs for the South Park game said that the game was going to get delayed till 2018.
I know the trailer just got released.
Trailer got released yesterday, and they pushed the date forward.
Okay.
Back to 2017. October, I believe. October 16th or 17th. On a Tuesday around the...
South Park.
The fractured butthole.
Fractured butthole.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not going to buy it day one.
Why not?
I'm not going to buy it day one.
Why not?
It's just the same shit. It's the same thing like the Ring of Truth. Or the Stick of Truth.
Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
Well, you could argue that every JRPG is the same thing.
I mean, yeah, but like...
And I'm not calling South Park a JRPG. I'm just using that as an example.
American-made RPG, so it's an ARPG.
I'm just using that as an example for in a genre of games that has such a strict format like RPGs.
Can you imagine?
You could argue that they're all the same.
Can you imagine the AARP making an AARPG?
You have to beat the game before you can clock into work and get paid.
Yeah,
like
it's an AARPG. Oh yeah, remember that freaking flower shop down the street next to
yeah, the one that
California?
offers like free flowers to AGAB Bobby
10% discount to all AAAEAARP members. So I'm like, remember, if you're an AAAEAARP member, get yourself a 10% discount.
Didn't we come up with what that, like, the phrase or the organization that acronym stood for one time when we were driving by? It was something stupid. I either came up with it with you or with Ryan.
It must have been with Ryan, because I don't remember coming up with something like that.
It was probably with Ryan, because when I'm in his car, we go by there a lot.
IARP.
IARP members. Get a discount on your roses. Tell that special someone that I love you, but I love money just a little bit more, and that's why I went to a place that gave me a discount.
We mean we, so I love you.
I love you. Why love you?
Why love you? Why love you?
Why love you? I fucking don't know anymore. Really? It's been 8 years.
All I know...
Never put the seat down! I want a divorce!
That's actually people's problems, too. They never put the seat down.
That's a stupid problem.
That's
a stupid problem. Both sides are a little at fault. Is it too hard to put the seat down after you piss? No. Is it too hard for you to look at the toilet before you sit down? No. Fuck both of us. Fuck us all. Am I right?
Let's make up with some sex.
Make up sex.
Make up sex.
We got angry at the bathroom. Now we fucking. Now everything's all good. Everything's right with the world.
Everything's all
good. My penis in your vagina. All good.
All good.
All good.
Chicken McNugget, small size, only small, 4-piece.
That's what popped into my head, and that's why I stuttered that.
Chicken McNugget. Have yourself a chicken McNugget. Okay. There's another
2
thing
balls,
I want to talk
1 shaft. Just 1 shaft.
Stroke.
No harm.
Stroke 2 times, 3 times, 4 times just for safety. But I was watching the Nintendo Direct that happened yesterday.
Didn't know one.
I know because I was too busy watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Mm-hmm. But let's go back to that later.
Okay.
So it was for that game ARMS. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I am actually excited for it.
You are?
Hell yeah!
I just see it as a
just a typical boxing.
Wii boxing.
You think of it as like a typical B-boxing, yeah.
BY-oxing? BY-oxing. It's BY-oxing on crack.
But like, they showed a lot more gameplay and a lot more game modes. I'm pretty fucking
more
stoked.
Game modes?
Oh, hell yeah. They even have basketball.
Oh.
Your opponent is the ball. You have to grab them and then dunk them.
Oh,
I saw that. I'm like, what? No fucking way.
We're gonna have to.
You can play volleyball as well. I'm like, and they say it's okay for your arms to go over the enemy's net, and I'm like, what? That's gonna be some bullshit.
That's cheating.
That's cheating. That's bullshit. But I like it. I want it.
That actually does sound cool. I wish I watched the direct yesterday. I didn't even
So-
know what was going on.
They're also doing a global. I think it was like, I forgot what they were gonna call it. Like, you know, like Splatoon having a global test fire. So like having a demo of the game. They're gonna do the same thing for like multiple times. They showed the dates, but I remembered the first one was May 26th.
So soon.
Yeah, really soon. They're gonna show. They're gonna give us a chance to play it.
Gonna have to.
Okay, so Friday, May 26th,
Alrighty.
the 27th, the 28th, and then
So
next
it's
week.
like a weekend.
Yeah,
like
so
a full
like
weekend, like
yeah,
a Friday
2 weekends.
through Sunday.
Yeah, Friday through Sunday, the 26th to the 28th, and then June 2nd to June 4th. So the week after.
I'll probably have to. Well, I mean,
We can actually download.
yeah, we can actually play it.
Because like I'm like, oh wow, global test punch, whatever. I'm like, wait a minute,
being
I have a Switch.
being Switch owners and
Yeah, or
part of the 1%.
yeah, or as I like to call ourselves, Swoners.
Swaners. Fuck all the peasants.
Fuck all of them.
Fuck all those middle class
Wii U
people
owners.
working themselves to the bone just to get by in life. Like, blue collar. Who would wear blue? Fucking stupid. But that being said, there's not much to look forward to on the Switch at the moment. So that actually,
I'm looking forward to
Getting-
Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
though, but that's not till
maybe
July.
ARMS and Splatoon 2. That's pretty much it.
God, they still missed out on an opportunity to just call it Splatoon with a TWO.
And I'll
They-
say again that probably someone suggested that, and they instantly got fired and had to commit
Like-
seppuku.
The director of the game just looked at him with a straight face.
It just slid the dagger across the
It's
table.
like, I know that's funny. We're not doing that. Okay? We're not doing that. Fucking smart ass.
Splatoon.
Why don't you Splatoon your ass on out of here? It made 0 sense when I said it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Splatoon your ass.
So would have
outta
that
here.
been like? So would that have been like SPLA2OON?
Nah, it's SPLTWOON. Splatoon.
Yeah, but now think about that written out. Doesn't that look awkward as fuck?
Yeah, but still,
And
that would have been perfect. People would be like, "Why?" And then the
I
director
think
could
the
have been
phonetics
like,
are.
"Because."
I think the phonetics are more important. So if they were actually going to do that, using I was supposed to say letter, using the number 2 would have been the better option if they were going to put it in there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but if they did that, it would just give everyone more reason to make fun of it. Like Yahtzee would have had a field day.
Oh, I'm sure he had a field day with every game. Like I remember, he had a field day with Persona 5.
He did. What
Yeah,
was his
I
rating on?
didn't actually think. I thought he was gonna fucking hate it.
Yeah.
He actually liked it.
Well, he likes it.
But then he said,
Yes.
I'm not going to spend 60 hours on finishing a game. And then I immediately said, how the fuck did you finish this game in 60 hours?
Well, he's a. Again,
It took me 85 to 90 hours to fucking finish it, okay?
Fucking yeah, Yahtzee has fun with games like the first Amnesia and stuff like that.
Oh, but he ripped Outlast to a new one.
Well, it's because everyone expects him to hate stuff because he's really good at coming up with creative ways to bash things.
He really is.
But he's a human being. He does have fun playing
How
video games.
dare he have fun with games? You must mock everything and hate every game.
Exactly.
that
That's
comes
what his fans want. They want him just to.
out. I only want you to like Dark Souls 1. That's it. That's it.
I think he did.
Yeah, he says he really loves Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But then he's like, Dark Souls 3 is... and I'm like, yes!
Oh, what?
Hate on it!
I like 3.
He says it was bland. Because the scenery looked very similar. It's like, oh look, here comes the church, and then another cathedral, and another cathedral.
Yeah, I guess it was more the setting it was in. It was very. It was kind of like, well, if you take that argument with it, then you have to say the same thing about Bloodborne.
Yeah, Bloodborne's like the same thing. Oh, it's like.
And then the DLC came. The DLC is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I still need to play the DLC for Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3.
You haven't played? Oh yeah, you haven't played the DLC for Bloodborne.
I haven't played the Old Hunters yet.
Love it. It is so good.
I heard it was really hard.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Because I remembered Zach was saying, "Hey, we should probably try it real quick," and we were like level 20 something because like we were doing a second run through. And I'm like, dude, I don't think this is a good idea. He's like, no. Let's try it. The first enemy he sees, he's like, oh shit, and like his whole life bar was just gone. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. We're not ready.
Zach and I played through it a while ago, and it's a blast. Like the Orphan of Kos, the final boss of the DLC, he's just so fucking. We took so many times trying to beat that dude.
Damn,
it was insane, and that's with 2 of us. We were running through it. So I haven't soloed the fucking DLC. Fuck that.
I think John tried to solo it. He really likes that game.
John loves.
He played Bloodborne like 6 or 7 times.
That's the whole reason he got a PS4.
Yeah, and I'm like, you
well, that's the whole reason Chio got him a PS4.
Yeah, not only that, but like. Another reason why he bought his own PS4 was just for Persona 5 as well. But I'm like, alright.
I'll give you a pass.
I'll give you a pass. That's another reason why Tim bought a PS4. For Nier Automata and Persona 5.
Tim does have a PS4 now.
Yeah. I told him, there are multiple times where he could buy Dark Souls 3 for $20, and he's like, maybe later. And I'm like, bitch, there's no later, there's a now, and that's right now. You buy this game for $20.
The past is the past and the future is uncertain. You buy that shit now.
Yeah, exactly. Only time will tell. Maybe they'll raise the price to like $80. Why? Because that's just the Bandai Namco way.
So, I've got a guilty pleasure. You know Keemstar and how big of a douche he is.
Yeah.
He has a podcast.
Oh yeah, I know about that one.
Baited Podcast. You know Baited Podcast?
Yeah.
Do you know who his current hosts are, right? With him?
No, not really.
It's him, Andy Milonakis.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, and Chad, the fat dude that's in all of the fat redheaded dude that's in all the Max Mofo and iDub videos.
That is such a weird trio.
Yeah. Well, and the fucking... It's because his original version of that podcast was him, I forgot the dude's name. They call him Clown, and the guy named Tommy C. And they just fucking like imploded and they started hating each other and they broke up.
It's a hard life out there being a YouTuber.
And the current one is Keem, fucking Andy Milonakis and Chad, and it's just I've listened to like almost all of the ones with them so far, and I gotta say I love it. I can't stand Keem, but just listening to this podcast and just you get to hear and just firsthand the level of narcissism and ego that he has, and it's fascinating to me. It's fascinating. Plus, I also love the fact that they all seem to hate each other. They're constantly yelling at each other, and
that's a good mix. Right
I'll after everything's done for today, I'll put it on just so you can hear some bit of how he fucking how it goes. It's just.
It just blows my mind how Andy Milonakis
is relevant,
is still relevant, and he still finds a way to make money,
He's a Twitch streamer.
And he's a fucking Twitch streamer. I'm like, why?
He's an IRL streamer.
That doesn't make sense to me still. People
Who
get paid to just watch other people do shit.
Who doesn't...
Hey, let's go take a cruise down Hollywood Boulevard. Come on, 6,000 other people watching. Oh yeah, by the way, donate $5. I will give you a shout out. I'm like, oh, you fuck.
Who doesn't love watching a 40-year-old, looks like 15-year-old hobbit getting into bars and making a fool out of himself? Come on.
I mean, we each have our own type of humor, but like...
I haven't watched a single IRL stream.
Believe me, I haven't either, but I heard that he was a streamer. I'm like, why?
I've seen clips from his stuff because like some of his stuff hits the news channels like Scarce and stuff where Andy got in like a beef with some dude who was also an IRL streamer, much smaller one, like stream sniped Andy and came to the bar that he was in and just basically forced his way into Andy's stream, so they're like streaming together, and every time Andy would like turn his back and would be doing something, you'd see on the other dude's stream he was just making so much fun of Andy, like just ragging on the dude behind his back. And
that's unnecessary beef.
Yeah, it was purely just this dude ragging on Andy behind his back, and then when Andy would like be talking to him and stuff, he was all, oh yeah, but behind his back he's like, fucking 13-year-old lesbian, like, oh yeah, like
what the hell?
Like, it was stupid. Yeah, and then of course Andy got pissed off about it because people of course showed him video of the dude, what he was saying behind his back. That's all that...
What a double-crossing piece of shit.
I don't even remember
now,
his name.
what I love the most is that they were recently showing Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on Twitch.
Yep.
And there's a reason why they're doing this.
They're raising money, right?
They're raising money for local PBS stations.
Mm-hmm. From viewers like you, yep.
Yeah. I actually did donate.
You donated?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Mr. Rogers was my boy. Like, back when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, back in kindergarten, I had a caretaker.
Yeah.
Like, that would always pick me up from school.
Uh-huh.
And, like, we're at her house, and I just had my bagged lunch right here.
Uh-huh.
Got myself a bottle of water, like, right there, right now.
Yeah.
And I turn on some motherfucking Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood because it is me time. It is time for me to fucking learn. Alright? Time to make some oatmeal. Time to make some oatmeal. The caretaker's daughter was a piece of shit, by the way.
Okay, how so?
Okay. She just...
How old was she? How old were you? You were in kindergarten, so you were like 5.
I was in kindergarten.
How old was
and
she?
she was, I think, in 3rd or 4th grade.
Okay. So like about 3 years older than you.
About 3 or 4 years older than me.
Yeah.
So she would take the remote.
Uh-huh.
And there used to be the Little Mermaid TV show, and she would turn that on.
Mm-hmm.
I remembered. I fucking still remember this. I was drinking water. She changed the TV. I was like this. Put that back. Put Mr. Rogers back. She's like, no, I'm watching Little Mermaid. I'm like, can't you see I'm learning? He was about to take me on a field trip and you fucking ruined it.
I was about to follow that train into that little puppet realm.
I was about to take a ride to Trolley and sing King Friday, you fuck. Alright? But yeah.
Have they gotten to the episodes that are in color yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of old shows that actually have a place in my heart, Netflix recently put on every episode of The Andy Griffith Show.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I fucking love The Andy Griffith Show. I'm not gonna play. Fucking Andy Griffith is my boy.
Andy Griffith is my boy.
Fucking that show, I used to, it would be on the TV around, like, when I was growing up, like, it would, just random TVs in my grandmother's or with my great-grandmother and stuff, it would be on, and god damn it, if he's still not funny today. The show is still fucking funny. Like, that's, I don't even know what year that Andy Griffith was. It was back before color TVs. 50s,
Hella fucking old.
50s, something like that. 40s, 50s.
Yeah, because like Mr. Rogers was in black and white, and it was like 1969 or something. And
It's probably 50s. Andy Griffith's probably 50s.
Yeah,
Like
like
that.
late 50s, early 60s.
And the jokes are still fucking funny. It's
I don't know.
and
how
that
he does it.
and you get to see fucking Don Knotts.
Mm-hmm.
Don Knotts all the time. Don Knotts is Barney Fife. Oh hell yeah.
Okay, so the thing that I love about the Mr. Rogers stream
Yeah.
is watching the chat go fucking ape shit.
That was most of the experience
yeah.
with Bob Ross as
Yeah,
well.
that with the joy of painting, that was the biggest experience. With Mr. Rogers, fucking hilarious. Even during like the end credits when Mr. Rogers is singing "Tomorrow" and everyone's just like putting the sad face of Isaac from The Binding of Isaac.
yeah.
They're like, "Tomorrow, don't go." So I'm like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And like they showed the credits, and it's like, this has been funded by the Sears Roebuck Foundation, and there's two people. There are two types of people out there. The one person would be like, Sears Roebuck boys, and then the other one's like, sell out. Sell out. I'm like, no way. I started busting up every time, and then they show like the television company is called NET, and then everyone just starts typing NET, and then sometimes they put Sky and then apostrophe net. And the one time I saw one person type, and it cracked me up since. He was like, nothing but net. That got me so good. I'm like, you clever bastard. Nothing but net? No fucking way. And like sometimes they play some ads talking about like, I don't know, there was some black dude talking about how art influences me, and
Yeah.
the thing that people do is they all type in all caps, are like, street cred. Street cred. I'm like, no! What are you doing?
Oh.
And then I think I was watching one episode before Zach came in.
Yeah.
And it was Mr. Rogers talking about what men and women do. They're like, women. It was like Mr. Rogers singing like women should do womanly things, and then everyone in the chat's like, It's like, did you just assume my gender? I'm like, no. I'm like, oh no, this is terrible. It's like, oh, but this was 1968. Shit was different back then. Like, oh god.
They didn't have mixed bathrooms back in 1968.
They didn't have that back in 68. I'm like, oh shit. It's going down.
Oh.
And there's also like when they take the trolley inside to like the imaginary world,
Yeah.
and they see King Friday, and then they see his wife, and then everyone's got like that confused look on their face. You know, like that one emote where the guy looks disgusted. Like everybody puts a disgusted look. Like, what the fuck is that? Who is she? And like there are times when like one of the actresses that worked there at the time,
yeah,
like, she was really beautiful, and then everyone's like, "Yo, I do her," and then everyone's like, "Yo, she's 70 now," and then you're like, "I'd still do it, and I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?" I swear, if you watch,
I'm gonna have to watch.
If you
now,
watch it right now,
yeah,
just look at this. Just look at the chat. You don't even have to fucking play it. Looking at the chat, it's like, you guys are morons.
beautiful morons.
You beautiful, stupid morons. Making it amazing.
That's oxymoron. Ah!
Oh my god. And then there's another episode where Mr. Rogers brought in like a cage.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, is that a monkey? Is that a fucking monkey in there? Because he had a banana in his pocket. He's like, pocket banana. He's like, is that a monkey? And then like, he's like, what do you think is under here? He lifts it up and it's a fucking toucan. And then he's like, you thought it was a monkey, did you? And he's like, everyone's chat's like, fucking tricked me. I'm like, you swindled me.
Oh, God. I for the small amount of time that I watched the Bob Ross one, I love the chat. So I'm going to have to watch this.
Beat the devil out of it. Just beat the devil out of it. That's what he says when he, like, washes the paint.
Oh, okay.
When he, like, cleans it with water, he's like,
he
smacks it on the wood, and he's like, gotta beat the devil out of it. And everyone's like, beating the devil out of it. And they're all like, the Lenny phase are like, yeah, beating the devil out of it, huh?
Oh.
I can't believe they actually still do mini marathons on Mondays, too.
Of Bob Ross?
Yeah.
Twitch is it's growing.
It's growing and
hard.
it's expanding to many different things. And then some people are like, oh, how dare you? It's only about the video games. And I'm like, nah, so what?
It's about anything and everything they want to stream.
Yeah, exactly. Except for that one time where they actually streamed a debate. I remember Twitch actually did
a political debate?
Yeah, an actual political debate back when like Hillary Clinton was going against Donald Trump. And I was like, I was looking at what they said. They were like, you should not do that. You should not be fucking with politics on Twitch, man. It was a while back.
But they weren't the only host. That wasn't
No. They weren't the only host, but like for some reason Twitch was like, Twitch plays politics? And I'm like, no, you don't do that, man. You don't do that.
Was the I didn't watch.
Like I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch any of the debates.
Like I didn't watch the debate either, but I just saw like the banner for it when Twitch was posting it on their Twitter page. But I'm like,
did they literally label it Twitch Plays Politics?
Yeah, like they had the okay to show the debate, and I'm like, you idiot.
Were questions from the Twitch audience being asked?
I don't know, man.
Why are you such
Feels
a cuck?
bad, man. Feels bad, man. Bible thumb.
Kappa.
Kappa.
Oh, God.
Build that wall. That's what they said, too, because King Friday was talking about building a wall, and they're like, build the wall! Build the wall! Do it! And I'm like, fucking idiots.
It sounds glorious. I'm definitely going to need to watch it.
We definitely need to watch a little bit of it after we're done recording this.
Sounds good to me. Well, after done recording this, we gotta get our stream going.
Yeah.
And after a stream, then maybe
a little bit of that.
Maybe a little bit of that.
But on to more important news. I've been watching the fuck out of X-Files.
Yeah?
A lot. I am done with season 1 now.
Nice.
On to season 2.
Nice.
Fuck. Why haven't I gotten into this sooner?
Yeah, X-Files are fucking great, dude.
Dude, I love David Duchovny.
Yeah.
I love Gillian Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, if I had the opportunity to marry Gillian Anderson right now, I fucking would.
I wonder what she looks like right now.
She still looks beautiful.
You checked her out?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Don't apply it like that. It's like she is gorgeous. Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Beautiful. Oh my God. She is.
Yes. She still is.
Woo!
I didn't even know Gillian Anderson was British.
Woo! I want that!
I know, right? I didn't even know Gillian Anderson's British, too. Did not know.
My God, she is fucking smoking. How old is she now?
I don't know.
40s, late 40s?
She still got it.
Late 40s? It was what? It was mid 90s for X-Files.
Like 94.
Like 94 for X-Files. And she was probably in her 20s.
Mm-hmm. Early 20s.
Yeah, about 20 years later. Yeah, she's in her 40s. God, she's smoking.
Mm-hmm. David Duchovny still rocking it, you know?
Oh my God. She ain't got no top on that one. Ew, but she got like a slimy fish around her.
Doesn't matter, man.
That made me go, ah.
Doesn't matter, man. She still got it. You still got it, Jillian.
You still got... Oh, wait. Are those nipples? Those are fucking nipples. What the fuck?
Don't listen to this part, Jillian.
Do you see the... That's not photoshopped or anything. That's
Don't listen to this part.
She just wore very thin.
Skim through this one.
Sorry, Jillian. I swear, it's just a normal Google search of your name, and there's a picture with you.
The safe search is off
with see-through clothes.
See-through close.
Close. Yeah. Other than that, yeah. Oh gosh, she is still hot. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, now I can finally understand why everyone's so hyped up about X-Files.
This is
There's a
great.
huge cult following.
Fucking.
Some of them isn't even about paranormal stuff. It's just even though it's not about paranormal stuff, it's still good.
You know what else is coming back this weekend actually? That's also a cult classic and.
Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is coming back.
I believe. Nice burp. I believe Sunday. I think
they're only showing it on Showtime, right?
Is that true? Shit. I'm gonna have to find a place to pirate it.
I mean, you can find a place to pirate it.
Or just watch it.
Or just watch it.
Oh, and also, did you see my tweet earlier today of Netflix is making a Witcher series?
Yeah, they're making a Witcher series.
I'm like, and it's got the author of the original books that the games are based off of as one of the consulting.
So they're making a show that's based off the book that.
It's based off the books. It's based off it was it's like 13 different books, like multiple books, and then a bunch of short stories that all happen in the Witcher universe, and that's what the show's based off of. It's more closely tied to the literature,
to the book than to the game.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're still hyping it up for people who like to play the game.
Mm-hmm. Because I guarantee you, more people, at least over on this side of the Earth, more people know about the games than they do the books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because who reads books anymore?
I do.
Books are dead.
No, they're not.
Go to audible.com/leftover fruit today to get yourself a 1 month free trial. That's not real.
I really wish. Audible, hey, hit us up. I mean, I'll plug the shit out of you. I really want to actually listen to a book. Because I was thinking that I listen to a lot of podcasts. And I enjoy just having like something going on in my ear while I'm like doing something else. So, hit us up, Audible. I'll definitely plug your shit if it means I can listen to some audiobooks.
I can listen to some audiobooks while I'm jacking off.
Probably not that, but that would get in the way of the rhythm, dude.
Come on, what if Betty White was one of the ladies that like?
I wouldn't even need to jack off. I would jizz my pants the moment that fucking earbud hit my ear. There's no need for me to touch myself. Her voice just makes me go,
Instant impact.
Exactly. Instant exit.
Instant
emission.
What the fuck?
But yeah, no, audiobooks are becoming a big thing, which is kind of sad. Like, people can't, read a fucking book. It's not, you gotta be able to read.
What are all these words?
Books are great. But that being said, I mean, if I guess you don't have the time to read, then fucking listen to a book.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite the same.
But if you have the time, go read a book.
Yeah, go fucking read a book. All right, if you're under the age of fucking 18 and you're listening to this, go read a fucking book. You know those things made out of paper with words on them? Words that you can't move around with your finger?
And that has unlimited battery life, too.
Exactly. Unlimited battery life.
The only problem is that you can't just look at it at night in the dark. Because there's no brightness function.
Well, that's when you get these little shoddily made plastic lights that you press it and it flips out and then lights up the page while you read.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And then there are things called bookmarks, which are basically anything that's long and thin enough
think
to
of
fit
it
inside
as
the book.
Think of it as a game save for later.
Exactly. It's a save state in your fancy emulators.
Who would have thought, right?
Fucking,
see, we're relating to #gamers out there.
We're relating to the young folk.
To the young #nerds.
young nerds.
Young nerds.
There's no such thing as nerd and shit anymore. Like, people say the word, but
I watched The Big Bang Theory, so I am a huge...
Fuck that show. Fuck that show.
Bazinga, Gestapo.
God damn it. But think about it. Back, just, back in the 80s and earlier, and in the 90s, being a nerd was a derogatory term.
Penny.
No one wanted to be a nerd, and people that were the outcasts, stuff like that. Now, everyone's like striving to be a nerd. It's the cool thing to be a nerd.
Penny. Bazinga.
Fuck you.
Okay, when I think of nerd, I just literally think of people who wear like really long pants and they actually like tuck in their shirts and wear a belt and have like really thick glasses.
They have pocket protectors.
They have pocket protectors. They have poor eyesight, so it's like really massively thick with 2 C's, and they're going to their friend's garage and just having a weekly session of D&D. That's what I think of when I think of nerd. Speaking of nerd,
yeah, but that's
Vin Diesel's a fucking nerd.
Yeah,
did not even know that.
Yeah,
until
I knew that.
A couple
and then
weeks
I
ago.
showed you that video and brought you to the light.
Exactly.
Yeah,
man, my cousins are gonna be so surprised.
It's glorious. What, they all love Vin Diesel?
Dude, they're like, I love Vin Diesel in these movies, and I'll be like,
Vin Diesel's a nerd, right?
You do realize he plays D&D every week, right? What?
Yeah.
Fuck that. He's a nerd. Didn't think the same now, huh?
Well, now is when you say I love him even more, because that's...
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got a wild imagination.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I wouldn't... A huge
He's the witch hunter.
He's the witch hunter. Critical! I'd say bullshit on that, because it's impossible to get 2 criticals in one session.
How would you know? You've never played.
I heard it was fucking hard, okay?
It's the odds are not in your favor. Well,
but if you're Vin Diesel, the odds are always in your favor.
I don't know. 2 criticals can happen. I mean, you've got a 20-sided die, so you've got a 1 in 20. I kicked that by accident. You've got a 1 in 20. If you cut away all other factors like weight, the way it's rolled, and stuff like that, you've got a 1 in 20 shot of getting a 20. And then you roll that d20 many times throughout a session, if it lasts any amount of time. And the video I showed you was just highlight reel. Like, the actual video is longer than that by a bit.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd say it's actually probably not too terribly uncommon to be able to pull off 2 nat 20s in a game. Maybe not all the time in a combat sense. Maybe you throw a nat 20 when you're, making a perception check or something. But, this is the point of the podcast for people who know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is for you. Like a nat 20 for perception, or maybe, you need to be super quiet and stealthy. You get that nat 20 stealth check.
Skip to the end of this podcast for the so we can all understand something.
Dude, I mean, you're here during our Pathfinder session, so you hear the lingo.
I mean, sure, but like I'm not paying attention half the time, and then the other half, it's like I just hear you guys yelling a fucking storm. That's fucking bullshit. That's bullshit.
You need to play with us. Yeah,
I think I'll pass.
Just one session, we get you in as a temporary character.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I think you'd.
I'd fuck around too much.
And then we don't. You do
realize
that's
true. You have Ryan.
Ryan, exactly. I was gonna say, you do realize we have Ryan in the group, right?
Yeah.
Fucking around is all we do. You should see how exasperated Zach gets, because it takes us like a 4-hour session to get through a single encounter and a little bit of travel, because we spend so much time bickering and joking and drinking and
yeah, but that's Ryan though. That's what he does.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that there's always room for more like fucking around, because Ryan brings like a healthy helping of fucking around to the table.
Yeah, like if there's an encounter, it's like, can I steal something from him?
Exactly. The dude tried. Like, we're having a brawl in a fucking tavern, and all he's interested in, instead of helping us fight off these dudes, is getting behind the innkeep and trying to steal his pants. That's what he wanted to do during the fight. He didn't want to, help with the fight. He wanted to get behind the innkeeper and steal the man's pants. He was wearing the pants. He tried to steal the pants off of a guy without him noticing.
I mean, if his stealth is super high, then it's possible.
No, the DC on that would be insane. The guy's gonna notice, and he did notice. He didn't manage to steal the pants, but he did manage to steal some rags. He's like, "Well, I failed on stealing the pants. Is there anything around me I could snag?" And he's like, "There's probably some dishcloths or something." And like, "I'm gonna take those."
That's his consolation prize.
Yeah, he didn't get pants, so he got some dirty dish towels.
Fucking Jesus.
How long are we at?
I think enough time.
I think we're pretty good.
I think we should end it today.
And get to our stream here.
Yeah. We're going to be starting our stream soon. So, that's enough for us.
We should then just stream our fucking Pathfinder groups. Like a Pathfinder.
If you guys want to, you can go ahead.
Just stream that shit.
It would just be inaudible because it's just loud noises everywhere, and then people be like, damn.
God, you know what would have been Twitter gold? You weren't there for when this happened, but I got really drunk. We got, not only me, Cole, we were drinking well before our session started. This is why we instituted the rule that no drinking allowed until we start the session, because Cole and I had already gotten pretty tipsy before we even started, and he said, two things happened. One, it was Misal said something funny, and no, not Misal, it was Ryan. Ryan said something funny, and I also improperly swallowed some alcohol, and it just went, and I spat just like a lake on top of Cole, who's sitting in front of me, like 2 feet away from me. I drenched him in his fucking character sheet.
Oh yeah, I did hear that Cole's probably one of the only few that's got like a pretty wet character sheet.
No, mine too. His character sheet and my character sheet are just fucking stained with alcohol spots, food spots. Fucking, it's disgusting, really. But we keep it because of the history. We haven't transferred our shit to new sheets, even though our sheets are beat the fuck up, just because of the history involved in the sheets.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's the end for today.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, and we will see you another time.
Bye!